INMOTION V13, giving y'all a raw run on this thing. Gonna be just ripping around on this thing full send, showing you exactly what it can do, how it can handle. This is after you kind of get used to the machine, and it really is easy to handle and maneuver. You can see you can jump over curbs, you do everything you would normally do on a smaller electric unicycle once you get, a few hundred miles under your belt on this wheel. I really like the bigger wheel on this thing. I like the way it accelerates. I like the peace of mind you have of knowing that you can take this thing up to crazy high speeds and you're not pushing it to the limit where it can cut off. On typical rides, guys, where I'm going out and doing most of my rides, I'll look down, and without doing any like high speed runs where I'm really like forcing, if you're on a straightaway and you're really pushing it up to high speed, you'll hit your 53, 54 mile per hour mark. But for the most part, for your typical stuff on this thing, if you're a really good EUC rider, what you're going to notice is you're going to be riding around and you'll look down on this thing, because each ride, it shows you your top speed currently of that ride. So you can just look down at the top of it, and whatever speeds you hit, if you're at 51 miles an hour and you take off on a straight away and you take it up to like 52, that'll log on there and you can see what your top speed of that ride is. So for my typical rides on this thing, guys, I get up to 50 miles per hour a lot on this thing, but I don't really get over 51, 52 that much. The only times I'll do that is if I deliberately go out at 100% charge and immediately start doing speed runs. But and that's why I haven't really been pressing INMOTION for the 60 mile per hour unlock on this thing. They even emailed me saying, hey, we're going to give you, if you send us the motor code, whatever. I ended up not even getting back to them on this whole thing, just because I'm not really interested, honestly, in getting that full 60 mile per hour. 53, 54 mile per hour is plenty for me on this thing. And I do want to unlock the 60 miles per hour on this thing, because I feel confident and I feel like it would be completely, comfortable to do and easy to do. But I'm telling you, for the most part, that 51, 52 mile per hour mark is where I'm always at on this thing, even on my like high speed stretches and whatnot. Granted, you could easily go over that and it would feel safe, but I'm just letting y'all know, like, that's typically what I'm seeing on my rides. And you do get up to that speed, like you get used to it, and riding on this thing at that speed feels completely natural and normal. And that's just the crazy thing about this wheel, it being 22 inches and being so smooth, man. Like, suspension does its job. I just love the power and acceleration, man, on this thing too. I love the peace of mind knowing I can go this fast without having a shut off on this thing. And that's the coolest part, is being able to just fly on this thing everywhere. I am gonna, now that I talk about it, I want to actually try to get that done this week. Try to get that full unlock on this thing, because I think a few people have it now, and try to get this thing unlocked to 60 mile per hour and see, do a few speed runs on this thing. So you see right here, just the way this thing rides so smooth off-road and grass. If you've ever rode a EUC off-road and grass, if you've rode especially a smaller wheel, like a 16-inch wheel or something like that, off-road and grass, any type of anomaly or hole can really mess you up if you're going fast. But this wheel really has incredible stability with that 22-inch tire, added suspension there. You can just take this thing up high speeds. I know, this is on grass, but it translates to trails, it translates to gravel, it translates to really whatever terrain you're going over. You can ride it at high speeds with confidence, over crazy terrain, guys. And I really think this 22-inch wheel has blown my mind. I mean, this is the first 22-inch wheel I've ever really put a lot of miles on. It's the biggest wheel I've ever put a lot of miles on. I've tried, the B-Goat or Gotway monsters in the past, even the original monster that was a 24-inch wheel. but this is the first 22-inch wheel or, you know, big electric unicycle I've put a lot of time and a lot of miles on. And I can tell you guys, you know, there's the smaller wheels coming out, you know, the Veteran Patent, the B-Goat Extreme, etc. And I think those are going to be great. And I really like my V12 High Torque, for instance, and that's a smaller wheel. But I really, really have found just a new love for these big electric unicycles, man. If they can, and I'm not saying the V13 is a stellar wheel, man. This is an incredible product. But once we see, you know, batteries get even better, you know, weight get even lower on this, I just think that the 22-inch platform and the bigger electric unicycles just have their, for street riding, you can't beat it, man. You cannot beat it. If you want to get one, links below. I appreciate you guys watching the V13 shreds. Peace out.